if I had to choose any other camera again, it would definitely be the Lumix S5iX because of its super high value professional quality. It is just a great all-around camera, and the value is way tremendous for the amount of quality that you're getting. Well, as good as the person behind the camera as well. My name is Ayub. I work in Alpha Bravo Media here in the local Tampa area. We do event photography and videography like mobile podcasting and such. You're welcome to contact me in the description if there's anything that you need or would like to get done. But let's get on to why I chose the Lumix S5iX and why I would choose it again. So first of all, let's start with the video features. There's so many video. I do a lot of video, and the video features are crazy for this camera. And we're going to be comparing it to the Sony FX3, which is what I had previously. We got good autofocus on this camera. Before, people were saying about Lumix that it didn't have the phase detection in the camera, so it wasn't getting great autofocus. But now they have phase and contrast detection, so you're gonna get great autofocus. I haven't had any issues with autofocus, to be honest. Maybe rarely, sometimes rarely I'll have some autofocus issues when it gets close, but I think that's just because my lens focusing distance. It's not actually because of the camera. I got unlimited video recording time. This is so important. I mean, if you try to get any other budget Sony camera, you're gonna have some issues with the video recording time. You'll never think about any heat warning or anything with this camera. You turn it on, you can record, you can do a podcast, hour, 2, 3, 4, live streaming. You don't have to worry about it. It has a fan, it's gonna cool it down. You can set it to be auto fan, it'll turn it up when necessary. And I've never even heard it. Most likely, you're not super close to your camera. You're not gonna have an issue hearing any noise from the camera fan. It's very tiny. In-body image stabilization. I use it for some vlogs and it kind of crops in a little bit and it's so good. It looks like you're holding it like a gimbal. It looks perfect. And if you're not using you're just using the normal mode without any cropping, it looks so good. You're not gonna have any issues whatsoever with in-body image stabilization. It's a great feature, and you don't even think about it. When you have something so good, you don't think about, oh, I'm missing this, because it's so good. Something that's unique to this camera is open gate recording. So it uses the whole sensor. And you can record the entire sensor, which is a 3x2 image, which gives you more space on the top to crop in for social media, like social media videos, or just to move the framing around. I mean, you have the whole sensor, why not use it? Unless you want like a higher frame rate recording, then you will not be doing open gate. It has a waveform monitor. So the waveform monitor allows you to see the exposure across the image, which is so much easier to dial in any exposure, whether you need to turn it up or down, or what's clipping and what's too dark based on the screen. You also have a histogram which you can use, but that just gives you the overall reading. It doesn't tell you where on the screen. The waveform monitor, you can look at it and you instantly know, okay, it's too bright in this area. This is the sky that's clipping, that's fine. It's okay for the sky to be clipping sometimes, or the shadows are too dark, or my image is too far low. So easy to tell with the waveform monitor. Another great feature with this camera is the easy video for social media. What do I mean by that? You get real-time LUT. So the video file is baked in with the LUT, and you can export. You can plug this right into your phone and get the video off and export it to social media immediately. It's so good. They have a new container that came with a firmware update. The MP4 Lite container. So it only records at 50 megabits per second, which is really low for the file. For the size of the file, which is like 4K, it's really low. So it's not the highest quality, but it's great for quickly exporting something on social media. You can transfer it to your phone. It's not going to take up a whole lot of space, and it's open gate. Those are all the great video features from this camera that I've been using. It's wonderful. For the photo features, we got the easy usage of LUTs. So like I said, we have the real-time LUT, which is baked in, but there's so many slots for custom LUTs. You can load as many custom LUTs as you want, more than I would ever use. And you have the ability to use 2 different LUTs and change the opacity of them. So for example, you can make a color LUT that only affects the color, and you can dial in the opacity. Maybe you want more or less of that LUT. Let's say it adds like saturation and whatnot. And then you can have another LUT just for contrast, where you can dial in how much contrast you want as well. And that will get baked in into your photos. So you can use that for quickly exporting photos real time to people at weddings, on site, send them to your phone, upload them to social media for marketing. It's really nice. For sports photography, there's a really fast burst rates and a pre-burst. So it'll take photos, and I believe it like saved it to the RAM. before, and when you click it, it'll save whatever, like the last half a second of photos that I was taking, plus when you clicked it. Sony has the same feature as well. It's really good. But now, so those are all the great features. What's next is the affordability. So compared to Sony FX3, you get way more value in the body, the lenses. I mean, I maybe in the accessories, because you know what, maybe not. You don't get more value in the accessories. Accessories are accessories all the time. Like, you're still gonna need mics and a cage and handles and whatever you might need. But also longevity, because like I said, in a firmware update, they added this new container. So I feel like we get more updates with the Panasonic compared to Sony. Now that's just an assumption. I'm sure we can find out for sure. But we're gonna save way. The brand new S5 IIX is $1,900, and a brand new Sony FX3 is $4,000. I mean, you know, $3,900, right? $3,900, almost double. Yeah, almost double. So for the price of just the body alone, hey, don't forget, you still need lenses, you still need lights, you still need mics. If you're doing video and all that, I mean, if you're just taking photos, well, this is a video camera, so you would probably relate this to something else. But what's crazy about this is a video-oriented camera. It's made for video. It's $4,000. It's really good. It's great. The quality is great. It's Sony. Obviously, it's good, but it's super pricey. Now, for less than half, $1,900, you get this one for video with different features, more features than the Sony, to be honest. Good at low light, good image stabilization, also great autofocus. Maybe not as perfect as Sony's autofocus, especially the new one with their AI, but still really good. Nothing that's gonna really hinder you from whatever it is that you're doing. You save $2,000, and you could still take photos with this because it's 24 megapixels. Still take photos with it. And what's great is you're going to save more money than that. You don't got to buy these SD cards here. These are expensive. This is 128 gigabytes for $85. And that's for the fast one, right? Which you'll need for certain types of recordings. You can use external SSD recording with this camera. That's all I use. I actually have SD cards in there as backups to put my proxy video on, or in case I miss the SSD, which is rarely ever happens. You can buy an external SSD, 1 terabyte, for the same price, and you get like almost all of the same, like, so in the video files, if it's too high of a frame rate, you won't be able to use the SSD, but I honestly don't even go up that high. So for most things, you can have the SSD and then maybe have one expensive card for those like only times that you need those frame rates. 1 terabyte for $89, and you record directly to the external SSD. I have it plugged into the camera, and then it has I put a thing on the cage, and it holds the SSD holder, and that's it. I don't even have to worry about space whatsoever. I take off the SSD, plug it directly into the computer, USB-C. And if I'm taking videos on my phone, take it off the camera, plug it into my phone, move the file over, upload it to social media, or edit it on my phone, on CapCut, whatever. Excellent. So you're saving money on the body. So that $2,000 you saved, you get yourself an external SSD, and you can get Sigma lenses. These are amazing lenses, very affordable. This is a 28. This is the lens that I'm using right now. Let's see how much this one is. This is, I believe, right here. This is for L mount, $989. $989, and you get one lens, right? So that's $1,000. Now you can get another lens for another $1,000, and you have 2 lenses. So you have the whole setup just for the price of the body. If you're trying to get into photography, you're trying to get into videography, you want that highest value that you can get, the most punch, the biggest punch you can get for the lowest price. This is where it's at. It's the Lumix S5 IIX. And that's because you can take all the things that you do with the footage and make it really good with lighting. You can set up the lighting, set up the mic, tell your story, whatever it is you're trying to do. The amount of extra quality or whatever, like the colors that you get out of the Sony, whatever they might try to say about the Sony, is not worth, personally, $2,000 more. Because this is supposed to be like in the mid-range. You know, they have the FX3, then they have the FX6, and higher range. So if you're already doing a movie production, you're already you're a baller, right? You're already up there. You're not worried about saving $2,000. You're already up there. You're just going to get the most expensive thing that has all the capacity that you need. You're not worried about saving $2,000. But when you're getting in, you're building up, I would say this is the highest value item you can get to start with. There's nothing that will beat this, to be honest. And then you'll save money with the SSD. You'll have the Sigma lenses, which are first party, by the way. So with Sony, if you get a Sigma lens, it's third party. So you get first party capability, like compatibility, not capability. Yeah, compatibility. So the autofocus is gonna work just as well with a Sigma lens as it will with a Lumix lens. You saving money all different ways, and you're gonna get the highest quality. You just put in DaVinci. You can even use some noise reduction if you need to on anything that you've done low light, because you need that low light performance. Yeah, right, bro. Get yourself 2 lenses, f2.8, f1.8. You'll be good in the low light. Don't worry. So yeah, hopefully this has given you a little insights on why I would choose the Lumix S5 IIX again if I had to. I mean, maybe if I had infinite money, maybe no, I wouldn't. I would just probably go for a dedicated photo camera and a dedicated video camera, and I would probably have like one of those big rigs. But that's not how you start in life. We don't start with the biggest rig. It costs money. It doesn't make sense. You wouldn't even know what to do with it, right? So you get the most value with this camera, the most punch for the lowest price. There are more affordable cameras. There definitely are more affordable cameras that you can get a crop sensor, and that you'll probably need to step up one day. So I think this is like a good start. But if you're brand new, maybe I wouldn't recommend it, because you probably need to learn some other things first before you get into it. Anyway, thank you for watching. My name is Ayub. I'm with Alpha Bravo Media. And hopefully, if you want to get the S5 IX, I'll leave a link in the description below. And with all the attachments that I use, it's my like Linktree shop. You'll be able to see all the items there. Click it, it'll take you to Amazon. Thank you again. Oh, and hit subscribe. And hit subscribe for the next video. We're going to be continuing to teach about photography, about videography. Let me know what you want to know down in the comments below.